Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Today is Sunday, the 12th of February, 2022. So I'm just going to be talking about some assets I'm looking at to take this week we're entering. And I don't intend to, I usually use Sundays to analyze this markets. I guess in it. I usually use Sundays to analyze this market, and I try to make sure that I buy from support and sell from resistance in between lower time frame. So before we continue, I have some few assets I want to talk about. I'm looking at already. Well, since I'm going to be taking some dollar pairs, I would like to look at the dollar first before diving into those markets. So overall, I like going to my monthly to get the perspective, even though I have it on head. Overall, I usually look at my market from the multi-time frame perspective. That's a higher time frame perspective. So if I can go to another chart, I will try to be very, very fast with this so that I can get done with it. So overall, this is the monthly chart of the US dollar. So we had what's it called? This was our previous low. This was on dollars. We didn't break it, so I'll take this as my low, and I'll take this as my what's it called? Previous low, because and use a Fibonacci to tell me where we are. So we're currently responding from our 0.5 Fibonacci retracement levels. I guess we reached a good point to reverse. So this is what I'm looking at dollar. So if we're reversing from here, that means we're continuing our uptrend on the dollar. So if I can overall look at whatever has been happening in dollar, the dollar is still in a bullish market. So if I have drawn this perfectly well, the dollar is still in a rising channel. So probably the dollar is still in this rising channel from the year 2008 till now. This is all I can get on the chart. So if this is the case, and if I can go to the higher and to whatever is happening on the monthly, I will monthly chart and bring my Fibonacci retracement back. Definitely this market might be on its way back to retest this important line before retracing again. So if I can, lock this sense into as in this psychology of this chart now into my head, if I can lock this sense of what I've found out into my head, that's when I'll start dropping to the lower time frames. Not even dropping yet. I would like to draw my levels. And when I don't use this as my confluence, but as you can see, the dollar is, meeting the stochastics. I use my MACD sometimes for analysis, and as you can see, we're about starting a phase to the downside. So the dollar might be on its way back to the downside again. So on the monthly, so we can, drop down to find our confluence if truly the dollar might be on its way back to the downside. So if I have this in mind, I'll start dropping down to the other time frames. I shook my stochastics also. Sorry, my RSI. As long as my RSI is above 50, we are still bullish on the dollar on the monthly. Well, you can't judge from the the monthly time frames. We are not oversold yet on the monthly, so I would not say that this market on the stochastics we're not oversold yet. I will not say that this market is on its way reversing to the upside. So I will drop down to other time frames. Probably what is happening right now is because so I'll draw my monthly levels out. I guess let me draw my monthly levels out, because this session is like a training section also. Here we have resistance, as in this market went up, came down to form a double bottom. So we had the resistance here. The market tried and came down, which gave us our last low. This market has been an uptrend all this while. So without saying much, if we look at this market has been making higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. We had a minor higher low here again, but since we broke it to the downside, I will take this one as my higher high, then as my higher low, and this one is just internal. So we came back, we couldn't break. We came again, we couldn't break. Now we broke to the upside. So definitely we are supposed to retrace back to the downside before going back up. Or I don't usually reverse on this bias to the upside. I get faked, as in I get curious when this is happening, because until we touch this trend line, before I'm certain that we'll definitely go back. So I'll be watching out for any reversal on the dollar on this area, going back to retest this all important. So I'll overall, if I expand this chart, I need to be very fast now. Overall, if I expand this chart and check whatever is happening here, the dollar is just bouncing back from a level of 0.5, which is a good one, I told you. So if dollar is truly reversing from here, then there's when we start dropping down monthly area of value. So if I can put this here and say this is a monthly area of value, here we have support and resistance, and we're bouncing from here right now. And adjust this very well. I guess let me remove this. Adjust this very well. Probably where I'll get the most touches. I guess this is touch. So I have an area of value there. So probably I'll use 2 lines to draw this. So I'll put this one at the bottom. Then I know it's big, but this, let me extend it like so. Let me drop down to the weekly time frame to find out further if we're truly bouncing from here. So if I come back on the stochastics, we're oversold. On my MACD, on my RSI, is saying that we're going back up, but we're not oversold yet. Then bringing confluences in, and you can see we have been fading to the upside on the dollar from this place. So definitely on the weekly. So definitely, since I found a confluence like that, I will check other confluences if it plays out and bring out my EMAs. I guess it. My 200 EMA, my 21 EMA, sorry, my 20 EMA, my 200, my 50, and bring them out if there's any golden cross or something happening. So I didn't find anything on my EMA. So this market is actually tricky for me right now, but there are ways I trade this market out. So let me go down, talking too much. Let me take this out and find out more confluences. This market actually, rise to the upside, came and found support and went to the upside. So coming here to find support again is a good trade that this dollar is reversing to the upside. And indeed, got the last week was up, and this week was a confirmation to give us something sort of like an evening, a morning star on the reversal pattern on the the weekly chart, even though we are not other companies are not giving us. So what am I trying to say here now? I will just wait for probably a 4-hour or a daily. So for that drop down to a daily and find out whatever is happening. So on a daily, you get more confluences and find more levels out. So this market was actually doing higher low, higher high, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, until we got broken on this market. I guess in it until we got broken out of this, what's it called? We started getting a bearish pressure. We broke our since on the November 4, 2022, which I gave analysis. Go and watch my November 4th video. I give all this analysis that the dollar might be coming down all the way down here. We should bring gold to 1,000 and other assets down. So if truly we are going to have a reversal, this is what we know. So these lower levels we are right now, I would find our area of value on the daily and on the weekly. So if you can see, if you can look, draw from the back, let me be a bit fast, sorry. We have an area. So I don't usually look at the back sometimes for confluences. Hold on, let my network come up. The call was coming in. So to further continue this video on dollar before we got interrupted because of what's it called? Network. Are you getting it? So I'm going to drop down to lower time frames to further find out if this is a reversal or it's not a reversal. So I'm on the weekly. I'm not saying anything on the weekly. I just know that I don't even know until let me drop down to the daily. So on the daily, this was 0.5, in which the main purpose why I'm doing this is because if I look at the market time and time again, is because I'm here to make money, not to gamble. So I'm willing to wait to find a perfect market structure, a market structure that is trending my way, not the one that I'm gambling. Are you getting me? So according from what I was explaining before, this was 0.5. Are you getting it? And we are here and we're perfectly reversing to the upside. So on the lower time frames, you can say that we shifted structure here to the upside. Are you getting it? But on the 1 hourly chart, we are still, we are at an area of resistance which we are consolidating already on to find out if we break it and start going to the upside, we'll break it and come down to the downside because this was, let me expand this. This was, I guess, this is our last lower high. So normally, until it breaks lower high, we'll come back to our area of value. I guess I need to check and start going again before I know that this market has actually done reverse to the upside. We are coming all the way back to what's it called? Our supply area here on the dollar. I guess which will bring what's it called? Gold and other asset, like especially gold back to $1,600. Well, if this is not going to reverse and we're just going to start repeating from here, let's look at the dollar first. We can explain all the other assets very, very fast. Well, let's look at the dollar. Because no matter what happens in the market, either CPI, every other thing, the market structure will prevail. I guess the market structure does prevail. So if this is what I'm looking at, until I get that, before I know that this market is going to the upside. So, but then we can still trade from the lower time frame so that we'll not wait for months or days for this to happen. So right now we know that we're at a very important area of value on the daily. So I can draw this one, daily resistance. Let me name it daily resistance. So that when we're transferring to other assets we're trading this week, we know that we have a trade on these assets. So these are daily resistance drawn here. So it's saying right now, this is a daily resistance because if you drop down, well, let me go to the 8-hourly chart so that it will be clearer to you. I guess. And so what happened here? Look at what happened here. This is why we're never supposed to be on the trade now. I guess. And this market has been coming down since November. I guess since we broke out of this important rising, what's it called? This important trend, we're uptrend. We broke out of it with a bearish pressure. I guess with a bearish pressure which you had here, we came up, we came down to find support, which we went back and failed to break above this. Those are the first indication that we might be reversing to the downside. Now your confirmation was here when we change character to the downside again. Are you getting it? When we change character to the downside, then our hope was just trying to see if we can break support. We don't break support supply. I guess that was when we start flushing to the downside. That's when you even know that since we changed character to the downside here, so let me use a trend line and put CH here. So we actually change character to the downside. CH to CH. So we actually change character to the downside in that area. So we'll remove this. So we'll have a professional chart here. Are you getting it? So after changing character to the upside there, what happened? What was that? Which line is them to? Let me go to the okay, that's uptrend line. So let me go to the 8-hour bar. So whatever happened here was a bearish pressure. That's when we know that we start reversing downside. And anything that will make us break this once we are going down back to our 0.5 or 0.318. So anybody that has taken this trade as a position trader or a swing trader, you are taking this trade here as a position trader. So whatever we're doing right now, we've touched our 0.5 already. So let's try to find out whatever is going to happen. If indeed we are coming back all the way here to shake whether we, because this was our last support that got broken in the higher time frame. So I usually map this out like this, or I take the last supply and cause a major breakthrough. Let me put our last supply in case we are shifting back to the upside. This is how we follow the market. So you can as well start touching base with every trend, every line that caused they started repeating to the downside, which we are at a very important area already. If I can draw a channel out of this. So this channel states that we have been in this channel for some time. Yes, we have been in this channel for some time, and it corresponds with our daily last support that broke and torn resistance. Getting it. Now we came and couldn't break. We came down again. We are trying to break, and we are not breaking. So definitely whatever is happening here right now, be vigilant about this particular area of value in the daily chart. So we have a resistance here. So I'll remove this. Getting it? Because we have a resistance here. So whatever happens here wins the market. So definitely I know that we have a minor resistance here. Are you getting it? We have a minor resistance here that has broken to the upside. Are you getting it? If you drop down, we have, because this market was actually doing this, again consolidating, try to break. If you don't break, it came down. We changed character to the downside. So we're trying to find supply here. It broke supply to the upside. So this market actually changed character in the 4-hourly, or let me say, I don't drop it. Probably I'll drop the 4-hourly, but hold on. I want to do something here so that it will be clearer. Let me look at the 4-hourly. Let's flow the market so that it will be clearer. Now we know we have this on the daily. So whatever is happening here right now, don't get carried away because of this break to the upside. This market is still in a range between here and here. So until we break to the upside, we test and start going, or break to the downside, we test and start going, we are still gambling in between this place. Are you getting it? So this is your entry, or this is your entry conservatively. So I'll just be flowing with this market to find out whatever is happening, because this is a resistance. Now we're at the resistance again. So don't get carried away by just break. We might break and continue shifting to the upside, but I'm still waiting for us. I getting to come back to 0.5 proper here. I getting it before I will take an entry, knowing that I've changed character to the upside in the lower time frame. Take an entry, proper entry from here, and start going. Are you getting it? Then start shifting to the upside to bring us to all important for this market, for you to know that this market has reversed to the upside, to come and test what's it called? To come and test either this one, this supply. If it breaks it, they'll test supply, but conservatively, you are supposed to just do what? Break to the upside, shift to the upside, take a profit from here, and see whatever the market is going to do around here. Are you getting it? Probably build a setup again, probably a ascending triangle setup around here before you can enter again and break to the upside to continue going, or break to the downside, start reversing to the downside. So this is what I do whenever I find myself in this kind of area. Are you getting me? So for now, we are trying to find out where this market is actually trying to break to. So let me go back to 4-hourly chart and see whatever is happening. So in this sense, I will translate it to I will now start translating to my other asset, because this is a shock. This is a shock. This is a change of character. Here. What's happening? Brush. Okay, it's a brush shoulder. Let me delete this. Draw a shock trend line. So we actually broke this because we broke to the downside, as we explained. We broke to the downside, change character to the downside, trying to find supply and broke supply. So we still call this a change of what? Character. We call this a change of character to the upside on the lower time frame. We found the resistance at this major resistance. So we are reacting from that point. So whatever is happening right now, let's dive into the dollar pairs and see if you can find a better trade. You get me? So whatever I'm saying right now is this where we are. So let me first go to gold. So as you can see on gold, um last week we took some trades whereby I know we broke out of this what's it called? Let me go to the monthly chart and start transferring it to you. You get me? Start transferring it to you. So let me find another gold that is not I've not worked on, so I can start working again. So on this gold, let me delete all this out. Are you getting what was happening? Gold itself was on a what's it called? Gold itself is still the bias of gold is still saying that gold is on in an uptrend, the overall direction in an uptrend. But what are you seeing here? Are you going to start trading from all the way from here on the monthly? Because you can't trade from here because this is a resistance. Then we came back here, resistance again, came back here, resistance again. We are acting again on that level of resistance. And the way I do my things, are you getting it internally? I'll call this a change of character. But why I will not call it a change of character is because we're coming up, so I can call this internal. So I will not use that to judge. I guess because this market actually came down here. I guess and broke to the upside, giving us that this was our last lower high because it was this one that broke the lower low. So I should drop from here. The way react from 0.5, yes, we reacted from 0.5. So we need to find a sharp pattern that stays there. But either reversing to the upside or going to a downside. That's why we're dropping down as we drop down on what's it called. So let me go to the weekly and check whatever is happening. Again, on the weekly, you can see that this market was actually in this area. And the market was, being rejected from that area. So if I can draw on that level again, I can say that this market, I will not take this particular one in the weekly. I will take this one because this market actually went to the ups, came down. Went to the upside, rejected. Rejected all the way down, taking all this liquidity. So you can call this place liquidity, or probably use another use it as an area of value. Which got broken to the upside. Because normally what we're trying to find out right now is that this area of value of have resistance here before, broke to the upside, tested, and came back before we enter this range. So we might be in a range in gold. We might be in a range in gold. So I will never take a buy entry to come here. Again, it's large, but I will not take a buy entry to come here as a conservative trader. So whatever is happening right now is that this market was actually supposed to break down, and never change character to the upside here again. So I will take this as my minor area of value, the real sense of what happened. I'll take this as my main area of value in the real sense because this market actually shifted to the downside, changing character to the downside here. But the market shifted to the top again. The market shifted to the top again. So if this is actually what happened, hold on. This market actually shifted from here again to the upside. So after breaking here, this market has shifted. So whatever might be happening right now on the weekly might actually be good trading in between this last resistance and this last support because the market actually changed character to the upside as you're looking right now to happen on DXY. I told you that whatever I'm looking at the daily is actually for this market to actually shift to the upside. Come back to test this major support that we broke down from, then we can start going up before I know that I have the trade. We'll come and test this small supply on the 4-hourly chart and start going. So whatever I'm explaining right now, try to understand and get it right, sink into your head so that you will not make mistakes. So whatever we're doing right now is trading between this place and this place. So if I should take this out, and have a clear chart, I will say that I will drop down again to probably my daily since I have this is a weekly resistance, a weekly support, in a weekly resistance, then minor is on a daily. So let's drop down to a daily to find out whatever is happening. So we are here right now. We are trading between here and here. This market will likely come down to $1,800 dollars psychological area before we know that we'll go back. So this is how I look at the market, but I just do what flow the market. I drop into my lower time frame. So if I go on the 4 hourly and find out what is happening, this market right now actually changed character to the downside with all these. But this was our last low, made a higher high, so I'll call this a low. So if this is my last low, that means I'll um, make it an area of value that got broken. I get it, and is at 1,900 area. So definitely, I will not start shorting from it because a lot of people start shorting from me, wanting this market to go here. So I will just do something like and tell you that this market may actually go up to 1,900 area and reverse to 1,800. But this market might actually just on the dollar, as you can see on the dollar, we're in important. If it reverses to probably 0.5 and it does not hold. So if I draw my 0.5 from here to here, I'll say that this market is actually supposed to come to 0.5, you understand, before heading to the upside. So, and according to how the gold market does, gold loves liquidity. So this market might actually be just at this area of value creating a double top, ASMIT, coming to liquidate all these guys and thinking that we're definitely ASMIT coming to supply, break supply and start going ASMIT to the upside to break our important daily resistance, daily last lower low, come down again to find what's it called support and continue his leg to the upside. So all I do is that I flow with the market. So this is what I'm looking at for gold. I will not be looking to start shorting gold from where we are right now until we get to 1,900. I still believe that we'll still come back as to respect market structure. So next week, I go to investing.com and find out whatever is happening next week. I believe we'll have a lot of news next week. So I should find out whatever is happening in our news calendar for next week. Let's look at that before we dive into more charts. So let's say this week was one, because I'm in Nigeria, so West Africa. So this week, let's look at an important news. I will share okay. Today, let me just say, is it today or tomorrow? CPI. I guess now I'm also going to look at Share JPY, NZD and other asset also. What's it called? NZD Chef, Card Chef, and the rest of them. I'm supposed to talk on them, but I just don't want to talk about the trades I'm saying that I will be taking. So I have the Chef CPI coming out for January, coming out on Monday, February 13, which is tomorrow, at around 8 a.m. in the morning. 8 a.m. in the morning. And which other important events do we have? Let me start saying, okay, we have the GDP for on Tuesday, February 14, which is on Valentine's Day. We have the GDP for Japanese yen. Then if I drop down on same Tuesday also, same Tuesday also, we still have around 8 a.m. We have the average earning index, which is an important. Then the claimant account charge is an important. So all the JPY traders and the GBP traders take note of all these events. So we'll have more events. Yes, on Tuesday, February 14th also, the United States is having a CPI. This is a very important day that most traders takes, volatility in the market. So definitely, it is going to happen on Tuesday. Then Monday might actually be slow. I get me. Monday might actually be slow around here. I get me. Now, let me transfer this into the chart for you. Let me use brush. This market might just come back to the downside. Are you getting it? And use this as a support and go to the upside, change character, and come here. A lot of people will be looking at this place as I get in the supply. you reject, but CPI might take us here on Tuesday, or continue this trend, or do this on Tuesday. Let me show you what CPI might likely do on Tuesday, since I'm getting the sense of whatever is happening here. It might actually just see. Let me use this. CPI might actually do this to everybody. I guess it take us back to the upside. I guess it find probably, if it's here, if it happens here, probably find what's it called, supply, come to the downside, then change and start coming down. So watch out for this short pattern that might come outside on Tuesday. Again, this is what I'll be looking at on Tuesday, because CPI actually, if you look at CPI for America for the month of January, year on year, what happened last time? The last time actually, what happened the last time, if we can use CPI? Let me find CPI from the last time for you. The last CPI that happened January was what date? What date? January 12th. It was January 12th. Where's January 12th? January 12th. January 12th. Okay, this CPI. January 12th. This was where we were. So if I go to the daily, it actually shoot up. And what is our forecast now for CPI? Our forecast is 5.5. I guess the inflation is maintained. Forecast is 5.5. So definitely it will be it's going to come down. We should bring dollar down. So, but definitely gold will rise up, start flushing to the downside again. So this is what I'm looking at for gold. I guess, but don't forget that this is going to turn liquidity also. So definitely this liquidity, because we did not get to what is it called? Yeah, so you check all this as liquidity. So we might come back down here to 1,800 area and reverse to the upside. I getting it to back to our support. So this is what I'm looking at for the next 1 to 2 months on gold. This is what I'm looking at for gold. So watch this video very well on gold. So if that's the case on gold, let's look for other assets like Euro USD. So on Euro USD, I am still, you see that I put my mark here 0.5 and our fib level that we have not touched. This is still liquidity to me, because Euro USD is even perfect. So whatever is happening at Euro USD right now, let me start from the monthly. Should I start from the monthly? Monthly, we touched at 0.5 already. So we're trying to reverse to the downside. As you can see, this is the opposite of gold. So we went up, found resistance. So as long as we find resistance, it's likely I'll drop down. At our 0.5, are we dropping or are coming back to this last resistance? This is where we'll find out on the weekly, on the smaller chart. So on the dollar, on the Euro USD, we are here right now. So what is it doing? What is it doing? This is a 0.5. What is it doing? Are you getting it? Drop down to the lower time frames, probably the 4-hour. Okay, let me go back to the daily or the weekly. The weekly, we're on this rising, daily, we're on this rising channel on after breaking out of this place. So definitely we might come back down to these areas to take this last liquidity, I guess, before going back up again. Because it's imperative that we're supposed to come down here if we're breaking out of this rising wedge. You getting? So this is the liquidity for me. Take this liquidity, I guess, come down, take that liquidity and start reversing up to bring us back to, I guess, our major resistance that we have not touched on the monthly. Is it on the monthly or the weekly? So I'll just flow the market. I'm not predicting anything. Let me flow the market. Okay, so let me just come back here and just flow the market on Euro USD. Is this video too long? Is this video too long? Let me know. So I'll be vigilant and find out that I don't enter my trades from the middle of a chart and playing with my capital. So whatever I'm going to do from here right now is that this is not a supply, a good supply for me, because according to this chart, how can you just flush down from 0.2? How can you just reject? It would never get to 0.3. How can you just reject from 0.2 all the way down here? That you're reversing and reject. We didn't even get to 0.3. We didn't even get to 0.5. I guess it will just start flushing down. So yes, we have changed character to the downside. But take note, there's a big event happening on CPI on Tuesday. This market is priced in already. I guess this market is getting priced in already. So definitely what I'm looking at is that definitely we've changed character to the downside here. I guess we broke it. Definitely this might be a lot of supplies people are looking at. But as I told you on gold, I am not convinced. I'm not convinced that this market will just reverse without touching this place. So this market might be priced in from last week already for it to, shift to the upside back again tomorrow. Are you getting it? Shift to the upside back again tomorrow on Euro USD from here. Are you getting it? Break above it. And I will not take a trade. It's better that it just keep going and give me a perfect structure. Keep going down, give me a perfect structure before I enter and gamble with my money, because this might actually happen. Then come here, reverse, and before coming here because of CPR, the US CPR that is happening. So give me a proper structure before you start flushing me down. Are you getting me? Before you start flushing me down. This is what I'm looking at on Euro USD also. Then I think the market is clearer on other pairs like what's it called? This AUD USD. So did I analyze this very well for gold? Did I analyze this very well for gold? So hold on. I can take this off. Sorry. I can take this off. Should I take it off forward? If I can take this off, I'll put this aside. Put this aside first. I guess it. Come back here. Knowing that this was our last areas. I guess in our supply areas. I guess these are our last supply areas on gold. This market just have to do something for me, please. I don't like taking assumptions. Do something for me to come to 0.5, to come to 0.6 so that my mind will calm down. And this market might actually just start reversing, going to the upside, because on our dollar, on our dollar, we are actually waiting for this market to hold 0.5 and continue its uptrend. It's imperative that you start buying from here for you to be, sure, since we're in this channel already. Break out of the channel well from before you start buying. But it's a very good aggressive entry from here. If you see the market shifting on the 1 hourly again, when we get here to the upside. Are you getting it? So whatever I'm looking at right now, I can pause the chart because I've been talking and I'm not giving you anything yet. Whatever I'm looking at right now is just educational purpose for the now. So on gold, come back with CPI up here and start shifting us before you start shifting us back. On Euro USD, come back to our important area, make this liquidity for me before you start doing what? Going down. So this is what I'll be looking at. Are you getting it? These are things I'll be looking at. So let me take this off because we didn't touch it very well now we're here. So I'll just flow the market. Give me a short pattern. I don't want to trade structures like this. Give me a short pattern around here that will tell me that we're coming to the downside than just throw me in the middle of the forest. So another thing I'll be looking at again, because right now there's a bearish pressure on gold. So let me drop down to 2 hours. You see that gold is still flushing to the downside because this was actually a rising channel. Are you getting it? A rising channel that broke down, and we're supposed to come back to retest this channel here and start flushing down again, which we've done the first time. Are you getting it? We flushed down, we broke out of it. We've done it the first time. We didn't break down here, but we're actually reversing to the upside. Are you getting it? Which is definitely my turn to an ascending triangle, break to the upside, and come here. So watch out for the price action of this chart. Are you getting it? Because we are supposed to just make sure that we don't, break all these levels. I guess if we don't break all these levels, and here we can continue down. But if we break it to the upside, come back to retest, we are going here. So stop loss should be tight. I guess you don't need to come here because this might turn to liquidity. So stop loss should be tight, whatever you are doing here. Because it's not necessary that we must respect our fib levels. Depends on the sentiments on the market. And the CPI is coming on Tuesday. So definitely there will be high volatility in the market. So the market was actually, still on a sell-off without consolidating. I guess before CPI, then we know that these are chance to the downside. So I just wanted you to get the sense of this. But I'm not still disputing the fact that we might actually, come back to 1,900 sensibly before coming to 1,800 for a 10,000 pips move. I get it. So, but before a 10,000 pips move, I'm risking my capital on this lower lot. So, we've explained EU, we have explained gold, GBP USD. Have I explained? GBP USD was actually, in a very, very, very GBP USD as the one that has been doing it for me. Look at, I don't even need to go to higher time frames again since I'm here already. So market structure, are you getting it? We're on this channel which we broke out. Are you getting it from? Which we broke out from because we were on this consolidation for some time. So I was waiting for something to happen. Broke out from it. Are you getting it? We didn't break the level of support, but we tested and started giving me some bearish pressure and broke down. So I was on this trade from here on my big account, but I didn't take it from my student's account because their money is not that much. They all go here. I guess in it. We rejected to the downside and come here, started selling off again. I guess and that's why I know that GU is bearish. Now look at something. Let me go to probably a higher time frame and show you something. I guess it. This is an area of resistance, which gave us a double top. I believe you've seen this kind of double top before. I guess it. I believe you've seen this kind of double top before. Double top formation, and probably I guess it like this. This is a double top, which have the tendency of selling up to these important levels of resistance. So I should go to my lower time frames and see that since this is a double top formation, I guess definitely will be coming down all the way down to this area. But why I put this two here, let me remove it. I guess it. Why I put this two here is because I just want you to give me a pattern, probably an M pattern, because you're on this channel and was broken to the upside, you couldn't break. So let me expand this in the lower time frame so that you see it very well in 6 hours, so that you see it very well. This market was actually here, I guess in the rear here, and we found a descending wedge, I guess in a channel, then broke to the upside, we tested and came back to find double top, we don't break. So we consolidated again and started shifting to the downside. Now from here we broke now, we've broken down and you're still sharing me some bearish pressure. I guess that means that my next support, which is here now, so this was our last support before we started shifting now to the what's it called, to the upside on this M pattern. So I'll finish this M pattern and get here, but probably this is a very large loss from 230 something to 240 some 200 pips. It's very large, so you make sure that you use your brain whenever you're trading this. So this market might actually give us an M pattern. I'll break to the downside, come to 0.5. So it is actually this is actually an M pattern. Definitely from here to here, will bring us down here. I get me. So for long position trader. So as a position trader, you should be ready for your entire position from up there, or are you getting it? Find wherever the market is dressing to, which is at 0.5. So I'll not dispute this fact because this is clearly a resistant GBP USD. Let me use another chart and show you that this is clearly a resistance zone on the higher time frame. I guess it. This is actually a resistance zone on the higher time frame that might likely turn these guys to liquidity. I guess it. Do an M pattern, reverse back. I guess it. Causing a mass spring and and do something like I usually tell you, um, consolidation, masping, flush down to the downside. So be careful wherever you're trading because this is actually what has been happening. So let's go down to a lower time frame to find out whatever is happening. So we're on this rising wedge. We came down. So let me use my fib levels from this local high. Yes, we touched 0.5 already on what's it called on GU. So this market might actually truly start flushing on GU to the downside. So I'll find fundamentals where GU might be taking us to. So according to my fundamentals, GU might actually bring us to 0.786, which does it correspond with anything? Yes. I guess so. I should take all these guys off. Let me take these guys off. Take this guy off. So GU might actually be coming to, these are important, support, turn, resistance, I guess a broke out that turn support again. So GU might actually be coming in. So this is a very good trade to take on GU since we've been analyzing it on this other charts on the FSTM council. This is an important point to touch on GU. So I will just extend this mine, from here and just extend it here and have a sense of wherever GU is going because in the lower time frames, GU is what? Bearish. So let me use forwardly so that you can see it clearly. So GU is bearish. In the lower time frame, double top, we shifted to the downside and see shifting. So GU might do another 200 pips to the downside again. Again, but be vigilant of what is going to happen on this thing and find out if it's actually a short pattern that GU wants to form against me or something else. But I don't trade this. I actually wait for short patterns before entering. So for me to enter GU, let GU break down. Sorry. For me to enter GU, let GU break to the downside, break the structure, I get me, continue changing character, then come back to supply area, then before you can come down. That's on that thing which you show me I will do again and wait for instead of entering trades just like that, even though we are bearish. But we can take a trade from here if we go to a lower time frame, but I don't like dropping more than 4 time frame. I get me. So if I drop here now, what are you saying? I guess GU was coming down. It broke up, changed character to the upside, came down again. I guess it broke again. We broke up again. Now we're changing character. So GU was actually doing this was a change of character, right? A change of character to the upside. CH. So we change your character to the upside. Mining, change your character. Did we come down? Didn't come down, broke up again. So I'm not getting it clearer. So should I take this as my break of structure to the downside? And we're coming back to retest here to flush down, or we break above again, find support here, come to a major area of value. I guess so. This is what I'm willing to wait for. I will not just jump into any trade because this is still speculation to me. I guess and this still speculations to me because we don't know what GU is doing yet. We don't know what it's doing yet. So show me something that can make me enter a trade. Leave me a footprint that can make me enter a trade than just jumping into trade and get stopped out. So I'll not take GU. Do you have any other trade? Okay, we have NZD USD, you can see. Same thing, I've been drawing on NZD USD. I'm still drawing it here. So all the markets actually, so NZD USD had all this as liquidity, which have drawn down for a very long time right now. We also form a double tone. So definitely this is not our supply. Our major supply is supposed to be somewhere around here. So our major supply is supposed to be up. So don't just give up yet. We might come back, take this as liquidity to 0.5, 0.618, which makes sense, and flush down to our most important areas of value daily. So if I come to the daily, this is an area of value that pumped up. So if I take this off, you can see that we actually we actually got here and got reversed back to that and we came again and couldn't break. We came down a bit, we came again, by being rejected again. So this might actually be a consolidation phase or a continuation back to the downside. So this is how I look at the market. Let me see. This is NZD. We talked about much um, assets. So on Euro AUD overall, we are not clear. But if I drop down to the weekly, you can see that actually we are in a downtrend. We actually broke out from this area of value. So if I can explain this asset for you well, we're actually in a bearish pressure which formed an M pattern and came down, came back again, formed a double bottom from here. We formed a double bottom from here, here. We actually reversed and broke to the upside, broke these areas of value. Now we are coming to retest this area of value again. So are we going to come down or we are going to reverse from this area of value? Watch out your price action and your shifts. So I'm waiting for something to happen because whether I like it or not, this is a bearish pressure to the downside. So we're either holding from here, break above and start going, or break down. So it's either we hold from here again, an area of value, break and break a pivotal point, come down to 0.5, continue your leg to the upside, or come down, break our area of value, to the downside. Sorry, or come down, break our area of value, and start shifting structure to the downside. So whatever happens, just follow structure. So I thought I was going to talk about some clear NZD share on the daily. Watch out. Always wait. NZD share on the daily. Look at where we are right now. We actually came down to the downside. We held, we broke it. So definitely this is a resistance zone that was here. We've tested 2 times now. We tested here. I guess in the flush down, change character to the downside. We came back to test again. We came back to test again. So now what is happening? Minor downside. I guess is this support? Is this support? It might be for us to come back up here again. I guess so definitely watch out for your shifts on the lower time frames. I guess watch out for your shift on the lower time frames. Since we have a support here, I guess on the NZD shift, I will just watch out whatever the market is doing here. I guess before I take a trade. So while we drop to the 4-hourly chart, see whatever is doing there. I guess so this is a minor resistance on the 4-hourly chart I'm having here. So I'm just waiting for something to happen around the area before taking a trade again. Find me a shift to the upside. It's either a shift down and continue going, or a shift up and continue going to our resistance before flushing to the downside. So this is what I'm looking at on NZD shift. Then where is my Eurocard? Look at that same thing that is happening on GU now. Look at it on Eurocard. In this market made a double top, came here and gave us another double top again. We started shifting to the downside from here. So I took this trade and I got out here and made some money. I wish I can reverse it. So now we broke down again, made this an area of value, which we shifted from Canada news that came out to all these areas here. And we are here now. So we might be stalling around this place, come back here again. Or because this is a completion of an ABC move that is doing. So if we use a fib trend extension, this ABC move, we're actually supposed to, finish this place and start reversing back to the upside. So I'll look at this trade, then bring my what's it called, down to the downside. I'll look at this trade from here, and just probably because if this is an ABC move, we are supposed to retrace back to the upside, taking out this liquidity. Let me bring it out. How I trade watch. If this is an ABC move, ABC move to the downside, we're actually supposed to take out this liquidity and start going down again. So watch out for this kind of watch out. Ask what it's called. So we're supposed to come back to 0.6, take out that liquidity, or start going down again. So definitely this might be a cup and handle pattern to the downside if I go to a much higher time frame. So this might be a cup and handle pattern to continue Eurocard back to the downside, because on the weekly we're on this massive, I guess, move to the upside, which we've gotten to an important area of value right now. The daily, I guess, which we are reacting from again to start right now, reacting from that area. The anything that will make it shift to the downside here a bit for me. I guess let me go to a lower time frame so that you see it well. Just break below this with a very large break, then come back to our 0.5 or 0.618. I guess it was for this area. Break it very well for me. Then come back, form a head and a copper candle, a copper handle pattern, and start reversing what to the downside for me. I guess bringing me back to probably that area of value in the what's it called, the daily. So I'm gonna trade. I've been following instruction. So look at my Instagram. I uploaded this, I think, November, but nobody took it. So um I uploaded from here that we're doing a 1,000 pips to the upside, because this market actually changed character from the, I guess, in the end was in this channel and broke out, which it came back to retest. I guess it came back to retest. Watch out for that. This particular chart is on my what's it called? Go back to my Instagram or my YouTube. Same time, I think same time, November 4th. Also, I gave this analysis that we might be reversing to the upside because we broke on this particular structure, which gave us a trade, which I took this trade. I took this trade and made about how many pips? About 600 pips to the upside. And I exited, I think, somewhere around here. We came back to the test and continued to the upside. Now we're at an area of value again, which definitely may likely continue this chart to the upside if only if we get to this area. Are you getting it? Reverse down to this area, 0.5 area, and start shifting again. So definitely this is under 425, 4,225, $55, 55 piece to 3,770. That's about roughly 500 pips downwards. So you can continue, following this structure to the downside. You can continue following the structure to the downside. Sorry, following the structure to the downside. So whatever is happening here, just use your brain and start following the structure to the downside since it has shifted and start going down already. So watch out for this double top. Watch out for this double top. Watch out for this area of value and start, shifting to the downside, which should take us down here. So this is what we have right now on this chart. And I'll end this particular session here and show you other trades going on again. We have card chef, we have what's it called, GBP card, using it facing what's it called here, and we are bearish to the downside already, and shifting to the downside, GBP card. So let me end this chart here. I wanted to talk about one trade, isn't it? Right now, wow, this is Bitcoin. Let me use Bitcoin and what was it called to finish this training, this session. So on Bitcoin, let me go to daily. On Bitcoin on the daily, if you watch my chart very well, I said that definitely we might meet, we might meet resistance along these areas, so which we did already. So definitely coming back to this 18,500 if we continue shifting to the downside. And I said that go to Rafali, watch my video from February 4th again. That video is very, very vital, which I brought out this particular, what's it called, parallel channel we were already, and I told you that this parallel channel has a tendency of breaking to the downside, which it has done already. So if I should draw this parallel channel very well, I guess draw it very well and show you whatever was happening. And you can see that we are on this parallel channel. We couldn't break at an area value, started shifting to the downside. So if you take this parallel channel out, I will bring the support area we had here, and definitely today, Sunday, the 12th of December, February, definitely we might be reversing to the upside, which has given us a short pattern already on the lower time for probably on the 1 hour. So I'm just waiting for a breakout of this what's it called? Ascending triangle, which you have here, ascending triangle. So whatever we have here right now is an ascending triangle, which you are seeing already. So whatever I'm waiting for right now is us breaking to the upside to go to important area of value or break to the downside, but it must break it very well. Once you break, come back and retest, then I can enter to start going down because we need to break this to change character to the downside to 21,200, 21,200 area, come back to retest our important area of value and start coming down. So, but definitely we might likely come to our most important area of value as it stands right now. So Bitcoin and Ethereum is clear. Bitcoin and Ethereum is clear because this is clearly a head and shoulders pattern on what's it called? A head and shoulders pattern on the lower time frame. So these are left shoulder, right shoulder, I guess in head and shoulders pattern. So if we draw this head and shoulders pattern, it states that we're breaking to the downside, which it has hit our tick profit already. So definitely it needs to reverse and come back to these areas of value. I guess so as it stand, as it stand, Bitcoin is clean. So we can take from 23,000, 22,800 area, are you getting it back? Use our supply area. If I take this head and shoulders pattern off, are you getting it? So we take it back from here to here. I guess it corresponds with 0.618 area. I guess it to take us to the downside, which is our net supply around here. And this net support, not supply, might not hold. So definitely just do something like this and come back, test our support again and bring us back here. Where are you? And bring us back to 0.5 and continue his way to 18,000, 19, 20,000, $18,000 area. You getting it? So this is how I look at the market. I don't know about you. This is how I look at the market. So let's trade this out. I guess what we have again, Euro GBP, I have this trade already, and we have been on the bearish pressure on the daily right now because we actually went up and we have a double top already. So I will continue straight to the upside or downside. Oh God, I can't finish this one in a day. I can't finish all this trade. We have a lot of trades at hand right now. So definitely I should go to the 4 hourly. This market actually broke to this upside. I guess in this market actually broke to the upside. So it needs to come and find support around these areas and continue its uptrend. Are you getting it? So this support. So if I drop down to 2 hours, you can see that this is what I have here. And we broke out of this ascending symmetrical triangle, sorry, a symmetrical triangle to the upside. So if it respects and hold these important areas of value on the symmetrical triangle, before we know that we have a trade, getting it to the upside. So show me something here, a bullish reversal around here, a sharp pattern, bullish sharp pattern around here, so that I can continue this trade from 8,800 to $9,000 area, which is on that 200 pips into the future again. So I'm looking at on Euro GBP. Do I have anything on EuroCAD? Have I talked on EuroCAD? I think yes. Okay, I talked on EuroCAD before. So what do we have again? Nasdaq. Nasdaq is clean. So Nasdaq is very clean. Also, it's a good trade to take. So I'm just showing you high quality setup trades. Are you getting on Nasdaq? Because Nasdaq Are we going to continue this trend to the upside or the downside? Because we have a beautiful W pattern which we've broken out from, I guess, on the weekly, we've broken out from this and what's it called? So are we coming back to retest $11,000 area before going up? Or are we retesting just our W pattern? Are you getting? Let me go for the cleaner Nasdaq. Let me go for cleaner Nasdaq. Okay, see what you can have here is, okay, let me take all these things off. Wow, this video might be very long. So we have an area of value we have here that we broke out from this AW pattern. So we can respect and hold. That means Nasdaq is going to the upside. I don't have much battery on this. So have you seen this sharp pattern before? Are you getting it? We even broke this right now. So if we can hold and we can hold this and continue, I'll be very happy to bring Nasdaq all the way up here. Are you getting it? I'm very ready to take Nasdaq to about $15,000 area. Put my trade here, take this to $12,000 to $15,000 here, and do a long position trade from here. If we get to this particular area, I'll continue breaking down. I'm sorry, but the trade we're going to take this week on Nasdaq, let me drop down to the 4 hour before my laptop goes off. I'll draw that in the 4 hourly. So Nasdaq is clean because Nasdaq is what I'm on. Nasdaq and USDT is what I'll take tomorrow. As you can see, we have an important area of value, and Nasdaq has changed character to the downside already with a massive, you understand? Sorry, we've changed character to the downside already with this. So CHOCH, God, hold on. My light went off, so I need to finish video before coming back. So we have a supply area here. We have a supply area on Nasdaq already, as you can see, because this is bearish pressure that is bringing already. So whatever it's doing, just do this for me. I guess I need to come back, touch my trend line, and flush me down here. So I'll take from 12,600 to probably, I guess, in $12,000 area. That's the $600 pips for me on Nasdaq. This is what I'm looking at on Nasdaq. Same thing on US30. US30 is aligning also bearish. I guess in it. So as you can see, okay, US30 is not that clear. US30 is not that clear. So I'll take Nasdaq. We've shifted to the downside already. So if this can act as supply from your US30, are you guessing it? If this can act as supply, then I'll take it and come down to the downside. So if this can act as supply, I'll take it and start coming down to our most important area of value on a daily or zero daily or weekly. Are you guessing it? So this is what I'm looking at, because this is where I can get areas touch. So let me just touch areas of value. I guess that's why I put my there. So this is where I'll be coming down from 34,200 area to 32,500. I've forgotten how they calculate this peak. I'll just give you numbers of peaks. So this is what I'm looking at. So I'll end this video here for now and leave you to take decisions. Then I'll be entering the trades as it's falling out on the VisionX chat room, VisionX interactive by the chat room, and VisionX Academy Telegram channel, and upload this video to YouTube for you to watch. Take care and bye for now. And I'll be seeing you next time on Vision. I'll be seeing you on the chat room and probably on other places. Take care and bye for now. Bye.